Welcome back to the Rhode Show this morning in the Buzz. You know her as Irene.
You know her.
She's going to be our best friend. No, seriously though, we don't want to joke about it. Hurricane Irene is approaching the eastern seaboard, and she is going to make some sort of an impact on the ocean state. Rhode Island's EMA cannot stress it enough. They say do not take this storm lightly. So officials are urging people to be proactive now so you can be prepared for what Irene brings us this weekend. We've seen a lot of people already starting to stock up on supplies. Businesses and schools are also taking precautions. In fact, Rhode Island College has pushed back its move-in day until at least Monday, and the University of Rhode Island is also urging their students to stay home until further notice. Officials say you really can't be too prepared.
We're taking worst-case scenario. We don't want folks to panic, but because of the unpredictability of these storms, it would be too late to make the decisions we need to make if we waited till we had the exact information.
And of course, officials are also telling people to take everything in from their yards like lawn furniture. You heard the Lieutenant Governor talking about that as well. Also move those children's toys, anything that could be picked up by the wind. And on that note, my husband and I were out there last night doing that in the backyard. One of the things you don't think about is something like if you have a play set is the slide. It's not attached, so it literally can flip up, or so you're going to make sure that's tacked up. The heavy plants could also be something that could move around. So
I have a trampoline now in my backyard that Michelle gave to me. So for my kids, I'm wondering about that too. That's something that might, it's like a big parachute.
You know, you need to prepare for potentially sustained winds at maybe 90, 100 miles an hour.
Inland?
Well, at least at the coastline, guys. So we're talking about the potential here for those winds to, cause some damage to your trampoline, and that could don't do it to your neighbor, okay?
I
know. My neighbor's like, are you going to put that thing away, Patrick, so it doesn't end up in my yard? You know, you look out the window today, and I was out there yesterday, and it's just, you don't see it. It's just everything's nice and calm. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, maybe it's just because it's the New Englander skeptic in me that I'm taking this lightly, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm listening to you all morning, and I trust you, of course, because you're the best. But I don't know. It's hard to put your hands around it or grasp it until I guess until it's here, but then it's too late, so you got to prepare.
I mean, I think the thing with New England hurricanes, they do move in and move out very quickly. So if you wait until Saturday evening and wait and say, is this going to hit us? Is not going to? Are we going to be on the worst part of it? Are we not going to be? It's too late.
Yeah.
I mean, we are already going to see conditions deteriorate by Saturday night. Sunday is going to be a nasty, nasty day around here with hurricane conditions possible. So you know, even if you're using an overabundance of caution, I don't think it's out of place to do it in this particular situation. We're talking about the first hurricane hitting New England in 20 years, from Hurricane Bob, and we're talking about a strong Category 1 or potentially a low-end Category 2 hurricane. That's nothing to joke about.
What about driving? I mean, on Sunday, I mean, is this one of those things? It's not like snow, where, you know, you've got a foot of snow and ice and the conditions are crazy, but what about driving on the highways? I mean, what do you think?
Well, I think at the height of the storm, the wind's going to be sideways, or the rain's going to be sideways. So I don't think you're going to be driving. You're not going to want to go over any bridges or overpasses. If they're even open, you're not going to want to do it. So I think you probably need to plan. I think I did a radio station update this morning. They said, what's the most important thing that people should do? And I would say you probably need to prepare to be without power and possibly without water for a few days. That's probably the most important thing for most residents. If you're at the coast, you live at the ocean, you've got a whole nother host of issues. But if you're your average homeowner in Rhode Island away from the water, then I think you probably just need to prepare to have a few days of water and supplies to be without electricity.
Stuff for the kids to do too.
Real quick, speaking of the ocean, we saw that shot of Narragansett Beach throughout the newscast this morning. The surfers already out there. Rip currents already out there, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, the rip currents are bad. Yeah, the rip currents are bad out there right now, and it's just going to get worse over the next 2 days.
How big do you think the waves will be at the beach?
You know, I'm not sure exactly at the beach, but offshore we were looking at potentially some 30-foot seas from this storm.
Gosh.
Yeah.
All right, well,
you're going to be a busy lady, Michelle.
I'll be here all weekend.
Yeah, we will be too, We'll just sit here and hang out and talk about Irene, and I'm sure Courtney will be live blogging about it throughout the weekend, as well as we try to inform the folks at home on how to prepare for this situation.
Absolutely, and they've already started, whether it be running to the store or doing some things in their yard, so we'll hear what everybody is up to in there. Irene preps. Let's start on foxprovidence.com. And Joe said he started yesterday putting lawn furniture in the shed and gathering all those loose objects and putting them into the garage. He said he still has quite a bit to do, but the worst is over for him as far as cleanup. And this one here is from Jean. She said, I live in a fairly safe area, but I'm stocking up on emergency supplies and then just ride it out. So here's the poll today. How are you getting ready for Hurricane Irene? A, I'm stocking up on food and supplies. B, I'm doing lots of yard work. C, nothing. D, I'm evacuating my city or town. Facebook has quite a few comments so far. We had some yesterday from you folks and some from today. And Christian Moran said, there may be talk of evacuation, but the question on everyone's mind is where to evacuate. And then the other post from yesterday, we have some people photographing a wedding this weekend in Jamestown. They're actually hoping the rain holds out so the couple can get married there. And then Patricia Ballard says that she has water, non-perishable food, batteries, and lanterns, and lots of snacks, she said. And then Patricia has bought a flashlight and battery-operated radio, and she's actually on standby to help out with the American Red Cross if need be on Sunday or Monday. She said otherwise, she's just hoping for the best. So let us know how you're preparing. Vote in the poll. We'll have those results at the end of the show.